Lubical. I said no. She backed down, but then said I would do just as well. This sword is here for now. I am here to protect it.
Hold on, how do I get this straight? Alice was planning to bring Maurice here, and you stopped her. So, she took the illusion of the sword and left you to guard it instead. That would make the trial with Maurice the trial with Razor now, wouldn't it?
We fight. I protect Lubical.
Wow! Looks like Paimon's guess was spot on. No worries, Razor. No one's gonna take this sword. It's not even real.
Not real?
Alice's scheming claims another victim, huh? Let's take the photo and get Razor out of here. Sure would be convenient if we could mail a choo-choo contract straight from here to Mondstadt.
An express line right to the best fish blasting spot.
Oh, okay. Might not be the best idea.
What are you doing here? You are cute.
So that's where it was. Iona? What are you doing here? It's my first time seeing these little guys. They're from Notland, right? Oh, they're so cute. Alice put a version of the cat's tail here and asked me to run it. It has the scent I'm used to and everything. Now, all I need to do is make some drinks. And you know what? This is the perfect chance to change our ingredients to super weird stuff. It'll lose interest for sure. Looks like your campaign is going strong, huh? Even out here. Of course, the only thing missing is the cats, actually. They seem to prefer their real cat's tail. But that's not a huge surprise. Cats are sensitive about where they live. Even if the place looks exactly the same, they'll know something's off. So, Alice said she would find different stuff instead. And then these little saurians appeared. Aww. Then it gave me a few pointers on how to get along with them. Turns out, there's not a huge difference between them and a cat or a dog. Hey, then you should call this place the Saurian's Tail instead.
That is a bore. Oh no. Oh no. Oh,
That's right. I managed to catch the sweet madame earlier. Come on, let's wrangle this thing so we can head back and eat. Wait, what? Uh-oh. What is it? More pigeons and boar spores! The rest of our lunch is making a break for it!
fucking weird this place is. Somnus. Dr. Tori. That's a Fatui. I wonder who that's child.
Isn't this a Batui tent? That shouldn't be here. Wait! There are always those two Batui around here chatting about stuff.
You've noticed them too? I've been watching them for a long time. Not that I've overheard anything useful. Guess it's just my luck.
Well, actually, these seem to get information a bit slower than the Knights of Favonius. So they usually end up just...
You guys ever wonder why they don't just go home? Your mission's gotta be over at this point, right?
Maybe their names got skipped over on the mission roster, so they never got new orders. That's happened to me before.
I suppose, but your experiences tend to be quite unique. It's possible the Fatui station them here long term to keep an eye on things. Or maybe they volunteered for this position because they don't want to go back.
Either way, they should have Nicole take this tent down. It's making my mom think we're gonna have to fight someone.
I guess you're right. We don't want people getting their hopes up.
Oh, how'd that get here?
Hey there, friend. Well, we couldn't just drag Catherine in here, could we? What would the Real Adventurers Guild do without her? Not that she ever shows it on the outside, but she's one busy bee, that's for sure. Just think about how much time it must take to travel between all the different nations. Anyway, I heard this whole world was constructed for magic. Incredible show for real. Not a single prop to be found. I really gotta take a better look around once this gig's done. Not today, I'm afraid. The funds I need haven't transferred in yet. Once I've earned enough more from this trip, I'll open up shop at the usual spot. True, but it doesn't seem like the people who created this place set up anything like that. Hey, why don't I go ask for some, and then we all can have a few? Huh. But could we even take them back into the real world? That's the question.
Oh.
Hello, you two. Looking to buy some flowers? Yes, I came to Mondstadt to collect a few samples for new scent ideas, but I wasn't finding anything. Then, this lady who called herself a mage told me she had a bunch of rare plants she was sure I'd never seen before. All I have to do is manage this flower shop, and I get to research these plants all I want. Nice! That should help you come up with something new for sure. If there's one trait they have in common, I think it would be the feeling of summer. Refreshingly clear, cutting through the full body and dreamlike floral notes. I certainly have a lot to research, so I think I'll be here for a while. Did you need anything? We're looking for things in here that are different from the real Mondstadt. Do you mind if we take a few pictures of these plants? Hey, since you like them so much, what if we ask Nicole if you could preserve them in some way? Really? That would be amazing. This is my payment after all.
Such a succulent fragrance of grapes. This place is heaven. Had I a mouth that could move, I doubt I could resist eating them right off the vine.
This is awesome.
Whoever lives in here must be a person of means indeed. Even in a storybook world like Singapore, we could never afford such a big estate. Wait, but this is a world inside a story too, isn't it? Oh, hello. Is something wrong?
My apologies, but the event taking place at Dawn Winery is not open to the public quite yet. I'll try to show you around a different area.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Oh, Miss Noel! Hey there! Oh, hello, you two.
because I refused to let that mage use my house as her playground. But we still needed an additional rest area for the guests, so we set up this tent instead.
Looks like we could use this device to keep in touch with the mages or get some hints. Kind of like we were able to do back then, remember?
Now that you mention it, the arrangement is almost identical.
Nights on vacation, summer, the sea, and a small little wave rider. It's all taking me back.
However, you're forgetting about the part where we were stranded on a deserted island and couldn't even make it across the water. That's what stuck with me the most.
Oh, I remember. At least I wasn't dead weight in that situation.
Alright, huh? So, the mages prepared this stuff then. Guess we should take a picture and go check in with them.
Be my guest.
You know, the expedition did not prize coming to an end. But knowing Grandmaster Varka, I imagine there will be another chance to set off in the near future. Not that I'm extending an invitation. I'm just mentioning the possibility. That's all. That's our honorary night. No matter the mission, you always have a place among our ranks.
Come talk to me when you do have an official invitation, then. I have other things to do in the meantime. The intel I have on hand is pulling me in 100 different directions, but unfortunately, time off isn't one of them.
No.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Something wrong, Sucrose?
Oh, no. I was just looking for a piece of alchemy equipment we needed for the event. Master Albedo has always been careful with our costs. We maximize the use of every piece of lab equipment we have. So if something hasn't been used in a while, it's usually pretty old. Take this, for example. We've used it a few times before, but we found the effectiveness and ease of use somewhat lacking, so it was sidelined quite quickly. According to the mages, it was meant to be placed in the city, but it went missing after being tossed into the magic bubble. Luckily, I found it. I just don't know why it ended up here of all places.
Well, all that matters is that you found it in the end, right? We'll contact Nicole and get her to send it back to the right spot.
Great, thank you so much.
Tech tortoise? That shouldn't be here at all.
Definitely not.
Wow! I've never seen such a large turtle in my life. There was a time, back when I was little, when almost every child in Mondstadt had a turtle as a pet. It was quite the trend.
Oh, yeah! Keenan Beatles mentioned that a long time ago.
I had one too, of course.
Quite the hassle to take care of. Small pets like that always are.
Wait, you had one too?
Is that so strange?
Oh, no, of course not.
I could bring it back to the church and raise it. It could stay behind the cathedral. I'll even build it a pool. Too hard to raise, right? It looks like a tough cookie.
Not happening. The next thing you know, you'll have an invasive species on your hands. Just tell that mage to put it back where she found it.
Guess that's for the best.
this thing was terribly ineffective when first invented. You could only catch 10 in a week. Why the research staff barely wanted to touch it, let alone improve it.
But for some reason, it gained traction among adventurers once it entered the market.
Those are some names.
It takes time. It beats having to do it yourself, I suppose.
But there are so many crystal flies around here. Surely it's not that difficult to just do it the old-fashioned way.
It's a bit far, though. Just imagine how tiresome it was back in the day, having to come out here over and over again, and no gadget to help. Does that count as trespassing on private property, I wonder?
I suppose it hardly matters anymore. Adventurers aren't quite so keen on crystal flies nowadays.
At times they are a-changing, eh?
So it would seem.
What are they mumbling about?
I sniper.
Oh my. It looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties. And Glenfinia's away somewhere too. Has our dear cutie taken complete charge of the drink stand? Wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics company's specials. The type of drink that keeps you awake all night, leaving you no choice but to pass the time working. That's right. I'm just a carefree librarian now. If only there weren't so many people with overdue books, and I didn't have to go door to door to get them back. I would have dropped by to chat with you sooner, and try out your delightful creations, of course.
Well,
Let me think. I don't really have a favorite drink. Just rustle me up something rejuvenating that'll lift my spirits. And if it could help me nod off to sleep later, that would be even better.
look. This is my
Here's a snow-kissed dawn. I hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste. If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfinia's secret and concocted an even more effective pick-me-up? Don't worry, there's no rush. Your eyes are are aglow with curiosity, as though you have many more questions to ask. Let's chat for a while. Take your time. Inspiration will come soon enough. Since you're asking, it's been a bit of an unusual day. There's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Goth Grand Hotel. She borrowed our most valuable book, the Mondstadt Millennial Compendium of Desserts. Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Something about reducing their greasiness, indeed. And judging by the results, she rather overdid it with the caramel sauce. What should have been fragrant meat slices ended up tasting nauseatingly sweet. Caramel sauce is such a fantastic ingredient, you know? It never fails to please when added to drinks. Sometimes I even add a spoonful to my afternoon. Improving food, I suppose, isn't always about being as creative as possible. Oh, this? That was for another of today's little errands. A large contingent of the expedition team will be returning to Mondstadt soon. They've been away for such a long time, so there's a good chance many of their tastes have changed. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better understanding of what new ingredients might satisfy our knights' changing preferences. Well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and time to protecting Mondstadt. They deserve some care and respect in return. Based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Netland. It seems like our knights have developed a taste for cocoa. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep themselves energized. I've tried hot cocoa myself, and I must say, I find it just as effective as coffee when it comes to staying. Surely you're not suggesting I take this opportunity to sneak off on a little countryside wander? You caught me. My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery, where I had a little chat with the head housemaid, Adelaide. On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters she didn't know how to deal with, and in her desperation, asked for my help. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendam to teach some raving hounds a lesson. It's been a while since I've had such an invigorating workout. Lately? So careful with your wording, cutie. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Or simply because you can't remember? Not bad at all. A flawless answer. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to every new and exciting ingredient I read about, constantly expanding my horizons and stepping out of my comfort zone. But now, I've grown accustomed to a life of comfort and routine. To paraphrase a certain neo-ed legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out one's golden years in peace and comfort. I'm no longer so easily moved by adventure and excitement. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, you found me that sweet-tasting alchemical ingredient. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since then.
of teeny gentle hints were all you needed to light that special spark.
Finished. A new creation, custom made for you. This should help you fall asleep quickly and guarantee peaceful dreams. It's called a slumbering rose.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything's been carefully crafted. You turned it into a completely different drink. Based purely on appearance, it's exactly my style. Time to see how it tastes. For Mark, it's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of Cider Lake. With a gentle breeze caressing your skin, relaxed and at ease, I no longer feel drained of energy, but neither am I overstimulated. I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bedtime drink, this is pure perfection. So good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of the slumbering rose. I can use it as an opportunity to crown you the new maestro of mixology. Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day, when the sun is bright but not too harsh? Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk to along the way, cutie. Then, when we get back, you can fix me up another glass of slumbering rose. And I'll be just as sure to hold you to that. When the time comes, I won't accept any excuses. Good afternoon, traveler. I didn't expect the honor of witnessing your harmonizing talents here, Mondstadt. Both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the Cat's Tail commissioned me to create a new fragrance for their establishment. Ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a wonderful reward.
I have faith in your choice. watch. This tastes like a local variant of a Looney Tunes Twilight. Am I right? The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, offers quite a welcoming flavor, all the while avoiding potentially discordant aromas. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. I have quite a high tolerance for flavors that stray outside the boundaries of conventional wisdom. Your drink was nice, but it would be perfect if you could make one with a little more depth. A cocktail that shows off your unique understanding and enhances my impression of Mondstadt. If you need time to mull things over, perhaps you might find inspiration in a little light conversation. Usually, after work, my friends from the Maison Gardiennage sometimes treat me to a few drinks. I usually stick to fruit tea. That way, I can get straight back to work after our gatherings. If it's before a holiday and my friends are in high spirits, I sometimes order a small glass of sparkling fruit wine. There was an officer named Terena who used to treat me to aged Corte wine. But since she was transferred to the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, we haven't had a chance. In the world of science, high-proof alcohol isn't widely used solvent. I've grown well accustomed to the smell of it by now. Besides, when I'm slightly tipsy, my state of mind changes, which in turn alters my approach to perfumes. It doesn't matter if the result is good or bad, it's all about trying something new. So I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of alcohol, but I don't like anything too strong.
What's going on?
It really is. A while earlier, I watched a whole run of fair weather clouds float by, fluffy as pillows. It's not overly humid either, and the wind is gentle too. In such conditions, one's sense of smell is heightened, but not to an excessive degree. When scents are blended well, they naturally combine with the ambient context, leaving particularly powerful impressions. It seems something similar is true for mixology. As long as you choose a base of appropriate strength, the various flavors will blend seamlessly together when mixed properly. All the ingredients work as one to create a most wonderful symphony for your taste buds.
You see the car?
Yes, that's it. Now I think about it, layering distinct flavors doesn't really suit my personal preferences. They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. Important ingredients for making perfumes. Thanks to these, I was able to complete my commission for the cat's tail. I studied Mondstadt's Cecilia flowers many years ago. In fact, the fragrance of Cecilia in certain fields has become synonymous with Mondstadt itself. However, this is a special case. Some cats are quite averse to the scent of Cecilia, and we need to be particularly mindful of their preferences. Windwheel aster. The various parts of the windwheel aster plant can be ground into a powder to extract their essences. I then blended the scents from its petals and leaves. The result carries the intoxicating sweetness of mead, while still emphasizing the fresh notes contained within the flowers, stems, and leaves. I just took it for a little trial run at the cat's tail, and the cats seemed to really like it, while the clients themselves found it comforting and invigorating. Extracting exquisite fragrances from ordinary overlooked ingredients, that's what truly... Oh, thank you for asking. It's been going well, though this trip to Mondstadt has presented some unexpected challenge. When I first got here, I was relying on a copy of An Overview of Aromatic Substances and Human Senses. region. To my surprise, my trial fragrance, which used bowberry as the primary note, proved far too sweet in context of a tavern, relaxing people so much that they ended up feeling drowsy. The bartender with the beautiful ears, for instance, fell asleep right at the bar. Let's just say that sweetness isn't always a case of the more the merrier. Maintaining an appropriate balance is beneficial for both body and mind, even in daily life. I rarely eat sweet food, and I try to avoid fruits like berries that have a high sugar content. In the end, I completely eliminated bowberry as an ingredient and turned instead to windwheel aster, with some success, I might add. Just from our brief chat, you've already formulated a new concoction. Perhaps you possess a natural talent for this kind of creative work. Here you go. A new and improved, Emily-inspired Gloomy Goose Twilight. I haven't come up with a name for it yet. The colors are cooler and more refreshing, and the fragrance is delightfully subtle to match. Are these bright specks on the surface the crushed petals and leaves of windwheel asters? I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. In the language of flowers, the windwheel aster represents the visible winds. Your cocktail not only captures their form, but also the fragrance they carry. Therefore, I suggest you call this drink Windborne Bouquet. The winds and clouds of Mondstadt swirl together in the glass, leaving behind enchanting traces of fragrance. Really? Oh, perhaps it's just a habit of my profession. I'm glad you like it. Now it's time to slowly savor this masterpiece. Thank you so much. This trip to Mondstadt has been so rewarding. This is the most memorable cocktail I've ever had. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a fragrance and a perfume.
concocted the recipes. I hope you'll do me the honor of being the first customer to experience these new products. Until then, I look forward to seeing you in the court of Auntie.